there! How are you doing today? A happy Thursday. This is Dana Stropnik coming to you live from Fort Lauderdale. Let's see, who do we have on, who is watching. You can type in hi below. I would love to give you a shout out. So today we're going to be talking about networking in public. I just came back from an event last night, and hi Vicky, I just want to tell you a little bit of my experience, but also I want to give you some tips on things like what to do and what not to do, and how to make it more successful. So who's ready for this? All right, one question I have for you is, how would you like to know how to network more effectively so you can get possible leads and prospects for your business? So if that's something that you would like, type in number 1. I would love to share. So let's get started. So I will share with you things like to do and not to do, but I will also share with you one secret sauce question that I learned yesterday before I went to an event by a friend, and I great and I used it, and it works amazing. So I will not be talking about this. This is something like type in down in the comments a secret, and I will message you what that question is. I just want to make it like a little bit of a secret, but it's awesome. It works, and I was super excited about that. So what does everyone do at these events? So everybody is going around like sharing their business cards, trying to tell you about their business, and like kind of moving through the crowds just to get as many contacts and to share most of their business cards. So like the secret to be more effective is to be different, is to do what others are not doing. So I'll tell you my number 1 secret. Like the question I will save for the comments, but I'll tell you my number 1 secret is go to the event without your business cards. It's kind of funny, you know, I actually had people like write down my email and my contacts on like napkins and stuff, you know, just make an excuse. Oh, you know, like I was rushing to get here, but I didn't like bring some, or they're in the process of making. Whatever the excuse you have, it's good to not have your business cards with you. And I'll tell you why. Because what happens most of the time, these people go to these networking events, they like share their business cards, they share their business, they tell you so much information about it. They don't qualify their potential leads or customers, and what happens with these cards after people like leave and go home, they usually end up in a garbage, and nobody ever calls and follows up on those business cards. So and the other way to do it is actually collect them. So let me show you my collection, my treasure collection from last night. So all the contacts that I connected, and I have something to follow up with all of these people. So really, really cool and really exciting. So let's see. And then another thing that most people who network don't do is they don't listen. So they're just there talking, you know, they just like ask like in whatever opening question, you know, how did you hear about this or whatever, and then they start talking about their business and their opportunity, and it's usually not the best way. So I'll tell you like another secret of what to do. So have you ever heard of a term FORM? So FORM stands for family, occupation, recreation, and money. There's another one, FORM, somebody uses this last one for Ford for dreams. So you can use it FORM or Ford for dreams instead of money. But anyway, so like this is what your conversation with everyone should, the opening conversation should have that in it. So you want to find out about them, about their family, about their recreation, like hobbies and stuff, about their occupation, work, what they like, what they don't like, and you're really searching for for a way in. You're searching if somebody has a problem that you have a solution to. And then of course like their dreams, their money goals, all of that. So if you can cover those 4 things in a conversation, it will be way more effective. So that's my tip number 2, I guess. And then yeah, so my experience was awesome. So I was like, I had to figure out like the ways to say why I didn't bring my business cards, but it got like, I got my excuse pretty much covered. I just basically said I rushed to get there because I have a little boy at home, and I just forgot, you know, but I'll take their information and we'll be in touch today. So that's what I'm doing. I've been following up with these contacts today. So really exciting. And yeah, so like type in if you're just joining, like if you would like to know that number 1 question that is like a secret that I learned yesterday on what to ask, how to open the conversation, type in a word secret and I will message you what it is. So let's talk about what not to do. So we already said like what not to do is like basically going around and pitching your business without getting to know people. People do that without asking questions. The first person I talked to, oh my God, it was like for 15 minutes non-stop without a question asked. It was like the whole presentation, I promise you, the whole presentation of every single thing in his travel business, like how, like 5 examples of who is working with him and what they're doing and what their dreams are, and how you can become associate. It was just everything about that. And then when he saw that I wasn't like really responsive, then he's like, okay, you know, I'm gonna excuse myself and move on. And do you think that was successful? You know, he probably went around with all the people in the room and never really connected with anyone properly. So but I did ask him a few questions that I want to know, and I'm going to connect back with him about those. So that's one thing. What not to do. Number 2 is watch your personal hygiene. I mean, many of you may laugh, but people don't think that that's important, you know, like having like mints and chewing gums or whatever if you're like talking to someone close up, or just, you know, like shower, deodorant, you know. Come on, you know, if you're talking to people, if you're networking, you have to pay attention, because you sometimes realize why people are just like walking and like moving away from you. It could be a body odor. So let me just tell you a little story. My dad used to own furniture stores in Croatia, and he actually had a saleswoman who just had a really bad body odor and like would never wear deodorant or whatever her problem was. But they had like a huge struggle with her, and like trying to tell her, you know, they always had to pull her out and tell her like that she needs to pay attention to this. And then finally somehow they managed to get her in control. So definitely something to look for. Look out for when you're going public. So it may seem obvious, but come on, some people still don't do it. Now another thing, complain on how you're not doing so well in your business, even if you're just starting. And I mean, even if you're not, if you've been doing it for a while, don't ever say that. I mean, who are you going to attract? Who is going to join somebody who is not successful? Come on now. So don't do that. I had somebody tell me, like, I asked that question, and I'm asked, it's a different question. I asked, how's your business going? Oh, you know, not so well. Great. You know, would you still be interested in these oils? I'm like, you know, not so much. So also keep the distance, you know, don't be so much in someone's face, you know, like it's important to keep the distance like a normal distance. And I noticed quite a few people like want to be like touchy-feely, you know, just like with anything else, just a common sense, you know, don't be like so close to people. Also move around fast. You know, sometimes you will do everything great and then you will spoil it by staying in that conversation for too long. You know, make the excuse that you saw someone, you know, you'll get back to them, but as long as you have like what you need, you got their pain, you got something that you have solution for, and you got their contact, move on. You know, don't need to stay there. So that's another tip. And let me see. Yep, and that's all I really have. And then I will send you my secret sauce question. So whoever puts down a secret, like what is the best way to open the conversation when you're networking in public, I will send you that in a message. So thank you all for watching, and I hope you all have a great rest of the day.